Welcome back, everyone, to the third ever event of the Jameron Tour, the Thanksgiving Open 2020. We have a stepladder of 5 people for the first time ever because it was a lower turnout this event, so everyone who joined made it. Our 5th seed with a 304 total after 2 games was Rob. He's facing the number 4 seed, Zach, who had 352 after 2 games. They are actually finishing up their match right now. We started towards the end. This match is getting a little closer here towards the end, but Zach is trying to put it away. Rob has a chance to strike out and put a little more pressure on. Sends it out there, doesn't quite get it back. While we're here, our 3rd seed is Spencer. He fired a 366 for 2 games. Both games were 183. Our 2nd seed, Cameron. He fired a 382 over 2 games. And our number 1 seed is me, Jared, your commentator, once again, after a 411 over 2 games. This is your lineup for the 2020 Jameron Thanksgiving Open. As you just saw, Rob made his spare in the 10th frame. He's 1 strike away from a 167. Unfortunately for him, Zach will only need a few pins. That's a good finish right there. That was a great way to battle back after that slow start there. He made it a closer match. Now Zach, just making sure he's still warm in the 10th frame. He's going to have a tough match coming up against Spencer. It's a 9-pin to go late. He'll be in the 200s. So thus far, counting qualifying, assuming he gets a good count right here, this will only be the 2nd 200 fired by anyone in this field. This lane we're on, lane 1, played quite tough in qualifying. Not necessarily hard to hit the pocket, but it's very hard to carry. The center we're in, Olathe Lanes East, does tend to have some issues with setting pins in the racks every now and then. It likes to put real closed pockets, which makes it hard for carry. Zach for a fill ball right here. He could strike for 213. He will get 213.
What ball?
Solid game by Zach. Spencer's going to be tough to beat though, but it looks like Zach has a line now. Allow us to welcome our guest commentator, Cameron.
Hello.
The 2nd seed for today.
Hello.
Cameron, what we got here is quite the match coming up.
I'd say so, Jared.
We got Zach, who's coming off a big finish. He just punched out to get to 213, only the 2nd 200 throw in this event. Now he's facing the powerhouse of Spencer.
We'll see if we can overcome this, Jared. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's going to be quite a match. Here's the first shot.
A little inside, but
It's pocket. Doesn't quite trip out the 9.
benefit.
At least he got the split to go.
Benefits from that speed right there, Jared.
That speed, yes. Trying to spare a 9-pin. He's throwing plastic, but it's quite remarkable how much he hooks that plastic ball. Makes a spare right there.
See if Spencer can counter.
Yes. Here's the first look at Spencer. He made the stepladder in the inaugural running of the Jameron tournament, the original, from several months back. Finished in 3rd place after being defeated in a stunning thriller match against Cameron, who, ironically enough, is coming up next in the stepladder. He's playing deep inside, and he carries the 10-pin. That's been very rare today. 10-pins do not like to carry out on this lane.
I do say I was nervous Spencer would come out guns blazing.
Yes,
that
that gun was definitely blazing.
What?
This worked out perfectly. We got plenty of time. This time we don't have to rush like at college lanes.
Yeah.
Frame 2, Zach really letting it out there. Gets it back. He carries the 10-pin.
This is truly.
We have a match on our hands, people. We have a match. Spencer can take a 10-pin lead if he strikes here. One thing's for sure, Spencer's going to need more than a 183. Those are both games he bowled in qualifying. They're both 183s. Letting it out there, gets it back, that's high flush. Perfect shot. Spencer says terrible bowl, but that looked pretty good to me.
I think he pulled it inside Jared, but somehow was able to increase his speed.
Yeah. So Cameron, at this point, I have to ask, you're next on the stepladder. What do you think seeing this right now? What are your chances?
I'm a little intimidated, Jared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Jared.
Zach, third frame. Really needs a double to stay with it here.
Oh.
Comes in light, does not shake out the 7. Bad break. Cross lane, look at how much he's hooking that plastic ball and he gets it over there.
What? The next one is because around Christmas time and another one around New Year's. It's not like one around.
Spencer ready to fire here on the third frame. He could take a commanding lead if he strikes again. The shot is coming in light. Gets the 10 out, good break. Not enough to roll the 2.
We'll go bowling too, like bring outside there. Because especially when Joe gets back and stuff, like it's nice.
Interesting to note, in the past in our Jameron events, we've been able to get a pair of lanes and have cross lane. We only got 1 lane today, so each bowler will bowl 1 frame at a time instead of the regular 2. Spencer covered his 2-pin.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna do it again. It's pretty
Zach steps up into the 4th frame, down by 9 pins.
Yeah, I bet. I'm tired too.
Comes in a little high, leaves a mess over there on the right side. That's a 6-9-10. Not the hardest of spares, but you got to watch out for the chop. And with how much his plastic ball hooks, that's always a threat. He's got over. He needs it to hook just a little bit, and it didn't quite make it up. Cuts the 6 across the 9-pin. Now Spencer has a golden opportunity to increase his lead.
Things are truly looking in Spencer's favor. I have to towel in my ball.
Pete Weber.
Throw it across the house.
So that looks like a good shot. Does not carry the 10. He had 2 pins coming over to get it, and neither of them got there.
Deep angle, Drew. It's hard for me to read if it's good or not.
Oh no, he pulled it left.
Still leaves
Spencer,
the window for Zach.
Yeah, unable to take advantage of the open. However, just based off a pin count, Spencer did gain a couple more pins that frame. His lead is up to 11 pins.
That's legal.
This is also Zach's 2nd Jameron event bowled in. He was in the inaugural running, did not make the finals. This is the first time he's made the TV show. Pulls it inside, gotta go Brooklyn. Gets the 6 to kick out.
That kick out. That crap.
Definitely, Spencer does not want to see that, but he's still in good shape. He's got his 11-pin lead.
This is scratch, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, everyone on our show today is bowling scratch. For the first time, there were no people in the field requiring handicap. Spencer trying to match Zach's strike. That ball is cutting sharply into the pocket there. Zach could really use this double here to keep the pressure on Spencer. On a lane like this, where pin carry can be very tough, anything can happen. It always comes down to spares. And speaking of spares, that is not something you ever want to shoot at. That is the 4, 6, 7, 9.
That's very important.
Now your best hope of making this is to shoot at the 4, 7 and hope to ricochet the 4 off of the 9 into the 6. That's very tough to do though. He's going for the other 2 and takes the count.
Good count, good count. Fortunately does not listen to Jared's expertise and bias.
Yeah. Should really listen to Jared's expertise in the future.
That is also how you pick up the Greek church too. It's the 4, 7.
Spencer has a golden opportunity here. Although last time he wasn't able to capitalize, let's see if he can get it. He let that really far outside and he pays for it.
Ugly.
Very odd leaves here in the 6th frame.
Yeah.
That's the rare 1, 2, 6, 8. Tough to pick up, but not a split. That's a washout, a very odd washout at that. 2 ways to make this. You can try to fit the ball in between the 1 and the 6, or you can try to slide the 1 into the 6. See what Spencer's trying to do here. He's going to fit it in between there. He got it. He got it. That's a shot right there. That's a shot to remember. And Spencer making that spare really puts Zach in some dire straits here. He needs to start striking.
We have a ball change.
I'm getting word from my co-commentator Cameron, this is indeed a ball change. He's going to his more aggressive ball, moving farther in.
I think Widow was not getting it done for him.
Yeah. He took a more aggressive ball. I'm not quite sure what that one is actually. He moved farther in, but the lane is pretty broken down there. Interesting to note, this lane was pretty dry when we first got here. And we've already bowled 2 qualifying games of all 5 of us and a stepladder match. He just missed his spare there. Spencer just needs to keep filling frames and he'll walk away to face Cameron in a rematch he's been waiting for months. Playing really deep. Looks good. Mixes him up. Light mixer. That'll always work.
Help.
Zach has the possibility to strike out for a 190. Spencer would only need to stay clean. He moved even farther left, and that was a great shot. He made the adjustment. He moved a solid 5 boards left at least on that shot.
Same mark, just different angle, Jared.
Yeah, exactly. That seems to be the way to play these lanes. All the people with revs had room to miss if they moved deep inside. It's just a matter of carry. Spencer is for sure deep inside. Wow. That ball slid 60 feet and did not move.
Did not roll over.
Zach may have just been let back into this match. Spencer going to go for this washout here. He's bringing out his plastic ball. He's going to go direct at it. And he's going to catch too much head. Wrong side. Looks like this match is just tightening up now. Zach has the chance to strike and cut the lead down to 15.
I have faith, Jared. I have faith.
Cameron has faith. Cameron doesn't want to face Spencer. Spencer is dangerous.
Yes.
Still farther left. That ball's going to jump high. And oh my goodness, he sends the 2-pin in front of the 9. Terrible break right there. Terrible break. Just got to make the spare and hope Spencer will leave him another opening.
That sucks.
Spencer's lead is down to 25 pins, but with 2 frames left this game, he just needs to stay clean.
The distance, while it may be small, seems immeasurable for Zach.
Spencer, let's see if this ball makes it back. And Spencer has found a weird spot where his ball just kind of slides through. Maybe he's gotten too deep.
Is that possible, Jared, for someone with such revs?
It is. It happens to me all the time. It's called over-under. You can get it way too far out and it'll hook high, but if you miss in, it just slides.
See, I never stand left at 25, so I would not know.
Cameron is a very straight player. Spencer covers his spare. That's really all he's got to do. Now we got to do the math. Zach, with 3 strikes here, will shoot 170. Spencer would only need a few pins. That one, it looked like he didn't get the full rev on it. It looked like it rolled just a little early. Leaves a 2-pin.
Still able to pick it up and strike out for a brief lead.
Yeah. But no, for all intents and purposes, this match is over. Spencer will only need to keep the ball on the lane. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're about to have here is a Cameron-Spencer rematch.
Match of the century.
Try to finish out strong. Cross is over for one more strike. You'll finish with a 159 game.
Spencer just needs 3 pins.
Yeah. Three pins and he's a winner. He's switching balls to something much more aggressive, and that looks pretty good. That's not what Cameron wants to see.
Spencer shuts out Zach.
Yes, this is definitely a moral victory for Spencer over his friend Zach. Yeah, with that ball, Spencer does at least get some hook out of it, but still has hold in the center of the lane. If he gets that lined up again, Cameron is going to have his hands full. And we may actually see Cameron have to move a little bit farther left than normal. Unless he's got something weaker. Spencer's going to make his spare. That's a 185. And Spencer advances to face Cameron. Are you looking forward to this rematch?
I am. It's gonna be a tough match. Cameron's got a pretty good line.
Cameron has elected to let Spencer go first, so he will finish last in the 10th frame. We have a heck of a match coming up here. This is an exact replica of our first ever Jameron event. Cameron versus Spencer in the semifinals. Winner faces Jared in the finals. And for Spencer, he's hoping history does not repeat itself. Here we go. Opening frame, semifinal. See if Spencer can keep that ball working. And he let it a little farther out and it jumped on him. Leaves him a 6-9-10. Gonna take his plastic ball, go cross lane. Looks pretty good, just gotta avoid the chop, and he's got it. Here's our first look at Cameron. His last appearance at the Jameron tournament was a heartbreaking loss to Spencer in a close, tight battle. Opening shot. Comes in flat, carries them all out.
Oh, thank you. Here's
Spencer keeping up with that deep inside angle. As long as he keeps the ball a little in, he's got the push he needs. That one didn't quite push enough, but he may have missed a little bit left. Leaves a 4-7. Knowing Spencer on lanes this dry, he's definitely going to hook at it. Big slow hook across the lane. And it jumped on him. It jumped too much. Cameron has his opening. Cameron can really seize the lead here early on. Double would be big. Good shot, light mixing, 8-pin wobbles and stays up. He's gonna go plastic at the 8. He's gotta watch out for the extra hook. See, that ball just takes off there. Luckily it was plastic, so it slid long enough to stay on it. Now luckily for Spencer, Cameron didn't take full advantage and double up over his open, so he's got to dig himself out of the hole. Oh, he missed way left that time. That's a pretty decent break, only leaving the 1-3 on a shot that far left. Should be a pretty simple spare, just got to avoid the chop. And a big hook at it. Watch out, that ball just jumped on him. He made the spare, but that's quite worrying, his ball reaction right now. Cameron's is looking pretty good. He's able to throw it out into the desert dry half of the lane and still get it to go down lane before hooking. Cameron a little bit left on that one. It holds and kicks out the 10. Cameron's ball motion is looking very good right now. Spencer sticking with a deep inside line. And another 4-7. He's still going to hook at it. Wow, he sent that way out there. And he's having issues with that combo today. He overcompensated for last time when the ball overhooked and he let it way outside. Here's Cameron. Already opened up a big lead. If he doubles here, that would be huge. Ball made it to the pocket, labored a little bit, left a flat 10. He got the 7 out, that's what's important. Cameron, a very solid spare shooter, going cross lane with plastic, and he's right on it. Cameron going Dutch for the first 4 frames, but that's all right. He's opened up a big lead already. He's at least in the pocket, just a matter of getting the 10 to fall. Spencer seems a little lost right now. He's making a ball change back to the original ball he was throwing. Going to give it a little room out there, and it didn't have enough push. Right through the nose, leaves a 3, 6, 7, 10. Very makeable, but a lot can go wrong. It's got to hook a lot, and he only picks off the 10. Things playing very much in Cameron's favor right now. It went from the deep inside angle being the line to play to suddenly that's not looking very promising anymore. Cameron's playing very direct, very straight, and he's got a beautiful looking line. That one looked like he pulled a little left, and it laid there. It laid there and went flush. Cameron's lower rev rate is really paying off for him right now. Cameron, you're right here. What are you seeing in the lanes right now?
They're very, very, very volatile, Jared. You miss outside, it can overhook. You miss inside, it can still overhook.
Yeah.
These are very interesting.
There's Spencer. That's another ball change. That's a phase 3 he switched to. Leaves a 3, 6, 10. Things not going Spencer's way right now. It's a complete turnaround from last game. It's not over yet though. Cameron has yet to double. Spencer finds the line and starts stringing some strikes together. He can bring himself right back into it. Cameron is throwing an original IQ. That's got a low. It's going to go high. I was going to say that ball needed to lay off. Looked like he missed a little bit left on that one. He escapes, leaving just a 3-pin, easy spare. Gotta watch out for the plastic hooking though, but he's dead on that one. Cameron keeps his Dutch 200 going, but as long as he's staying clean, that's working today. Spencer is down by 40 pins. He needs to strike, or he needs to start striking. A little loft on that one. I think he moved farther left, and he's dead flush.
Loft in my game. First strike of the game.
Well, that worked once for him. We'll have to see if it works again. As of right now, Cameron just trying to maintain his big lead. To keep the Dutch streak going, he'll need to strike here. That ball's going to jump on him though. That's a 3-6-10. Basically, the story of our day today, whoever made their spares did the best. There were not a lot of strings of strikes. Going to the 3-6-10, compensate for a little bit of hook, and he's right on it. This is a really big frame for Spencer. He made the adjustment last shot, and it worked. Will it work again? A little bit of loft, some speed, different ball. Carries out the 10-pin. Spencer is back in the match. He is cutting the lead down. That's the first double of the match. Cameron has stayed clean, but he has yet to double. Here's Cameron in the 8th frame. Gotta wonder if he feels any pressure. Oh my goodness. Right through the face, and they topple over.
That was really, really bad.
Cameron with the break of the game.
I was fully expecting that to like stop right there.
Cameron just got the crazy break. Will Spencer be able to focus and throw a good one here? Looks like another good shot. It jumps on him, and he doesn't get the same break. Leaves a 6-pin. Spencer down by 28 here in the 9th frame. And he missed the 6-pin right. And that all but gifts wraps this game to Cameron. All Cameron needs is good count in the next 2 frames, and he's a winner. There's a good strike right there. No luck involved on that one. Cameron is going to move on to face Jared in a rematch of the first ever Jameron tournament. Spencer going to finish it out here in the 10th frame. It's like a different ball just for fun. Leaves a 5-pin. Now, I've been your commentator this whole time, but I'm about to have to go up and bowl for my 3rd ever title. And I must admit, seeing how these lanes are playing, I'm a little nervous. Because all day I've been in the same range as Spencer, and his line just completely went away this game. We'll have to see what my ball reacts like. I'm going second. I will continue the trend. Spencer can strike here for 157. Gets a Brooklyn. Disappointing finish, but a good day overall. Another good showing. He's just got to exercise the demons he faces against bowling, against Cameron. Cameron in the 10th frame. Just trying to keep his line. With a spare here, he'll be in the 200s. And the way these lanes are playing, if you bowl at 200, you got a decent shot of winning. Yeah, plastic ball just going to jump on that early friction. We are on a house shot. It's just a very burned up house shot. Cameron can strike here for a 205. Either way, this will end up being the third highest game of the entire event. Gets 9 count, that's 204. Cameron advances to the final for his second time in his career.
I'm coming for Jared. Jared's losing his title today. Me. My time.
Alright, this is the Thanksgiving Open.
Yeah, the pins are like all jacked up on the top.
This is the Thanksgiving Open final against Cameron and Jared. Cameron going out for the first shot of the match. Looked pretty good in his last shot. And that's going to come a little high.
Getting away with the swing.
Yeah, that should be an easy pickup here. And he's going to take care of it nice and easy. Transition is going to be a big part of this game. Both bowlers are throwing a lot different shot than they first started off with. It's interesting to see what Jared's going to be doing here. He's playing very far left in his practice shots. We'll see what he does here. Playing about 40. He's going to move left. He's doing a loft. A good ball, but just slightly high. It's going to leave a 4-pin. The lanes are very burnt up right now. See how he's gonna, looks like he's going to take it straight on. And he takes care of it.
Nice shot, nice.
So 2 spares to start off the game. Here's Cameron for the second frame. Slight loft, and it's a light mixer. Comes up a little soft, but still hits.
Still off.
Playing a little straighter might have a great advantage on this pattern. Allows for a lot more miss room. Here's Jared, standing left. Light, and he light mixes it too. Wow.
Wow.
Playing very far left with a loft. It might be the furthest left he's ever stood. This might be a close one. And it's gonna light, it's gonna leave, it's gonna get a 6 count for him. Get a little too much loft. That's a problem with this pattern. There's been a little oil dragged down, so if you loft it too far, it's going to slide right through. And if you leave it down too early, it's going to hook. And it's going to get it. Cool. Nice pickup for Cameron. Jared up in the 3rd frame. Jared's shots are looking pretty good right here. It's going to come down to his carry, I think. He's been hitting pocket every time. I think if he wants to miss, it's going to miss a little right. That one gets really far out there. It's a perfect flush. What a great shot. That couldn't have been any better. I think that's right where he wants it.
That was not my best shot.
Okay, nice and flush. Here's Cameron up, starting the 4th frame. Going to slide it this time. Flush. What a great shot.
Don't do that. I can't have it.
Now last game Cameron did Dutch a little bit, but he did come out with it, so hopefully he can string some here together. And Jared needs to keep doing what he's doing. Might be a better shot for Jared. A little high, and a 10-pin. It was close to be leaving a 7-10. It was a little inside. where he had the last ball. His last ball was a little further outside. Didn't think it was his best shot, but he still hit flush. Coming up for the 10 pin. Should be an easy pickup. And he gets it perfect. Everyone's clean so far, going into the 5th frame. Cameron to start us off.
Every now and then, if you want to do like a strike.
Yep. Cameron starting off the 5th frame. And nice flush pocket. Right where he wants it. With a great shot. Pretty even match so far. We'll go ahead and do a standings check after Jared shoots his next shot. Everyone's clean. Jared standing left, lofts it. Perfect flush. That might have been his best ball yet. Here we are.
So is that
Still a close match. That's a lot of angle. I like that angle. You could move a little further left. There's Cameron, still playing very far right. And he's going to get it outside a little more, and it's going to slide a little bit. He's going to leave a sleeper. Just didn't pick up the oil. Sleeper, and that's a great shot. Let's get a hammer tough spare replay on that one. The sleeper can be a really tough shot to get, but he picks it up nice and easy. See if Jared makes an adjustment. He looks like he might be staying a little further left. He sure is. Flush. What a great shot. He's getting really inside there. It's where you want to keep it. If you get it outside, it's gonna grab a little too early. His lanes are really breaking down. Yes, Cameron does work at Quick Trip. Yes, he is a great cashier, an employee. Looks pretty good. It's gonna look a flat 10. I didn't really drive through the pins. Is where he wanted it. Might be a little far right. Coming into the pocket. Might draw this match even closer than it already is. Right now, spares are critical. Comes a 10 pin, and he's going to pick it up. Pretty even match here. Still no missed spares. All clean from both bowlers. Well, both had many finals appearances. Here's Jared going up in the 7th. This is a critical strike if he wants to stay in this game. Jared has been stringing them together. This could be his first 3 count of the day. A little more loft. And it comes in a little light, leaving a slight soft 10. Didn't have as much drive as his other balls. Still a great shot nonetheless. And that's a little right, and it doesn't hang on. That is big for Cameron. This makes this game a lot closer. See if Cameron can capitalize on this missed 10 pin. Strike is big here. He needs to start stringing them together. That looks a little far right. That's going to hit, and it's going to strike. He got the carry he needed. That is big. Jared is not happy with that. Jared does need to start striking here. It's a matter of carry, folks. I'm here with 4th place Zach Rawlings. He's joining me here. He's going to talk about this next shot for Jared, standing really far left. It's got a loft to it, might be a little inside. And wow,
Shot right there.
that held. That was a little inside, but he had some hold. That's big.
That's a big hole for Jared, the snake catcher.
Yes, it is.
That was way left.
That hold is going to be big. All right, Cameron needs the strike here. This is coming down to the wire. Cameron does have a little bit of count. And he double dribbled it. That's going to slide, and it's flush. That was a big strike. That was a great shot. That was big. This next shot is critical for Jared.
Does Jared have any clutch genes? If he does, he needs it right now.
See, the clutch genes must kick in. This is for the Thanksgiving Open Final. He has many TV appearances so far. This will be his 4th. He's lofting it a little further. That's outside. And it comes back. Wow. What a shot. He got the light mixer. That couldn't have been any closer, folks. That was way right. He's got a little wide. He's got a lot of miss room on this. Coming down to the 10th frame. Cameron to start us off. And he's going to strike.
No. Stop carrying those.
Cameron can shut him out if he strikes out here. Second shot in the 10th frame. It's a little inside. It looks like it's going to hold and it's going to strike.
No. Get 8.
This could be it. He can shut out Jared. One strike. A 9 could leave Jared to tie. An 8 could leave Jared to take the lead. Regardless, Jared needs to strike out. This next shot is big. This could be for the championship. Here's the throw. It's a little right.
He walks it out.
And he gets it.
How do you carry those?
And Cameron Kotwitz.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
With a big clutch 10th frame. Takes the final.
I think it was the arm sleeve that got him the win today.
Jared finishing out his 10th frame. He's been shooting it very well, but it's not enough for Cameron today. Even lofting a little further, way inside. It's going to come a little high. It's going to leave a split. Unfortunately, it's okay. So, how many wins is that on the season?
One.
Is that your first win?
Yeah, because Jared's won 2, and he would have won 3, but I won 1.
So that is Cameron's first win on the tour today. Congratulations. Jared got a 2nd place finish.
Congrats on your first ever title.
And that is the Thanksgiving Open.
I need like hold up the trophy.
Let's get that final score in.
Yeah.
237 to 202.
Cameron, you've won your first ever Jameron title.
Now that was the hardest one I've ever.
You finally
taken.
dethroned me.
Wow, we were within 1 up until the 10th.
I know.
That could not have been closer. Oh man, that was the hardest one. I got it, finally.
Are you going to be back for the Christmas Open?
Yes, where I will defend my title.
There will be a Jameron Christmas Open sometime in December.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then I'll get number 2. I'll be tied with Jared all time.
From the Jameron Tour, we all congratulate Cameron Kotwitz on his first ever title.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we hope to see you on the next one.